Gentlemen, and welcome to Cliff's Questions. We have some very special guests tonight, all the way from Macon County. Our first guest is son of lawyer Atticus Finch. Ladies and gentlemen, Jeremy Finch. Thanks for being here with us tonight.
Thanks for inviting me on the show.
So, after Bob Eul's attack, how did you feel upon awakening to find that your savior is none other than Boo Radley?
Oh, Cliff, when I found out that morning, when Atticus told me that Boo Radley saved me that night, I was completely shocked. I mean, I could have understood if it was Miss Marty or someone, but, you know, completely shocked. He said that he thanked him on my behalf, though.
And how did Bob Eul's attack affect you?
Well, the months following the attack, I couldn't play sports or anything for about a year. And then even after that, you know, because of my elbow and it's broken and everything, just limited to what I could do. And I felt left out, you know.
Your father, Atticus, taught you many lessons in life. Which do you think is the most important?
Well, I think the most important lesson that Atticus taught Scout now is that it's a sin to kill a mockingbird. Scout's had so many arguments and court cases that my father took part in the court cases, obviously.
Now, you and Scout were very good friends as children. Do you still stay in touch with Scout, and is your relationship as strong as it was when you were children?
Well, of course it was, Cliff, because, you know, me and Scout, brother and sister, no matter what. As Atticus once taught us, these are always our friends, and this is still our home. So, I think we'll always get along.
Finally, Jim, have you found love?
Cliff, yes, a better fine lady from Florida, straight down yonder.
Fantastic. Our next guest is the daughter of the late Bob Eul, Myella Eul. Thanks for joining us, Myella. Now, how did your father's actions affect you in later life, your confidence?
Well, it has affected my confidence, but that was many years ago. I have tried to get that part of my life and move on.
And do you still live in Macon? And if so, how does it feel to walk past the house in which you were abused?
Yes, I do still live in Macon. However, I choose to avoid passing house, as that particular part of my life I'm trying to forget. And by walking past, they bring back terrifying memories to me.
To this day, do you still believe that Atticus Finch was mocking you in that courtroom?
Well, back then, I was a young child, and the impression my father had on me made me react in that way. I did not realize that I was allowed to be spoken to in respect.
Myella, what is your attitude towards Negroes now?
My attitudes and opinions very much changed. I feel they should be treated equally in every way.
Why, good for you, Maya.
Thank you.
Thank you, Myella. Now, every town has a gossip queen. We're about to meet Macon's. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Stephanie Crawford. Let's see, Miss Stephanie. Now, are you still Macon's biggest gossip?
A gossip? I won't be spoken about in this way. Well, I suppose I'm just the town's informer. I'm from town, give updates, that's me.
I see. Do you feel responsible for spreading rumors that made Atticus despised throughout the town?
As I said, I'm an information bearer, good or bad. If there's a right in society, Macon needs to know about it.
And, do you think that any of the rumors that you spread affected the outcome of the court case?
They weren't rumors, Cliff, come on. Everybody was glad to know. I provide accurate information. It is beyond my power if the story gets changed along the way.
Okay. Now, you're a member of the Missionary Society.
I am.
Tell me, is Macon a town set in its ways?
Set in its ways, I'm afraid I do not understand. You mean, is Macon still a racist community?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, I believe people can have their views. It's opinion. It's not their fault if they don't want them here.
Finally, Stephanie, do you believe that Bob Eul fell upon his own knife?
Well, that's debatable. I've heard the stories. I don't think it could have been that simple. There's always secrets to reveal. I'm just sorry I don't know them. Yet.
Thank you, Miss Stephanie.
Thank you.
Now, as we all know, Tom Robinson was shot dead over 5 years ago. But using state-of-the-art technology, we managed to bring him back for the sole purpose of this interview. Ladies and gentlemen, Tom Robinson.
Sir? Yes, ma'am.
nice, Tom. Now, I know this is hard for you, but why did you run that day? I mean, surely you knew they'd shoot you dead either way.
Sir, you see, I just miss my family, you know? Just couldn't bear being without Helen and the children. If there was a place on this earth close to hell, but sir, being in that jail, that was close enough for me, sir.
You and your wife and your children, and all the Negroes, were victims of racial prejudice. What do you have against the whites?
Why, sir, I never had nothing against the black folk. I still don't today. Just that people wouldn't take the word of a nigger, except for folk like the Finches. Mighty fine folk they were, too, if I may say so.
Thank you, Tom.
And they're white, aren't they, sir?
Yes, they are. Now, how did you tolerate such behavior and disrespect?
It's a strange world we live in, sir. Not everyone can see things for what they are. Some people, they just don't want to. As for me, I just follow the teachings of the Bible, and I live by them. You see, sir, there's only one God, and He made us all.
That's true. How did the court case and eventual conviction affect you and your family?
It was hard on them, sir. I know that much. When it got through without folk like Mrs. McDears and Mr. Finch, they made time just to be less painful for us, sir.
Do you think that the Finches are the only good white folk in Macon?
No, sir, of course not. Well, like I said, they were the finest folk in Macon, the very finest. But you had folk like Mr. Davis leaving yonder. Why, he gave us jobs, took care of us, always made sure we got our pay. He was a good man, he was. And everyone else in Macon County, well, they're not all bad. A lot of them have got good in them, you see, sir. But everyone knew their place. We knew ours. And showing your good openly to us just wasn't that easy, sir.
Finally, Tom, is it true what they say? Is God a black man?
Yes, he is, sir. Yes, he is.
It makes sense.
Humor Stoney is not.
Well,
I've seen him.
on that note, we're going to end. But thank you for joining us. Be here next week when we're joined by the characters of Huckleberry Finn.